So week 5 of OFC, and this time I am using my last 2 transactions. That's right, I have used 4 transactions in this season. First I changed the Bombardier into Hunchcrow in a previous week because I wanted that 1 extra point to change my Tera Captain Cricketune into a Tera Captain Lilligant, which has proved to be good because it already swept once and might sweep again. And now I am using 2 more transactions to change Heatran and the Sidwai into Quaquaval and Bronzong. Okay, so first of all, why? I wanted a good removal. My previous removal was just the Sidwai. Remember that this is Paldea decks, thus Rotom Hit and Hunchcrow do not have Defog. My only removal was a Defog, the Sidwai, and as weeks went on and on, I realized I was never gonna get a good matchup for Defog the Sidwai. Like, the Sidwai is already bad enough, I have so many mons that are good, it's not reliable removal, like, I really just didn't want to keep having... I didn't want to remain as weak to hazards as I was. And as far as good removal goes, the best removal available was Quaquaval, and after that it was the Sidwai, and after that bad mons, you know? In Paldea decks there aren't many good mons with removal, and almost all of them get sniped. Like, obviously they are gonna take the 2 paradox forms of Donphan, Great Tusk, and Iron Threads. Obviously they are gonna take Corviknight, etc, etc. Like, it's not common for good removal to remain. In fact, I think I sniped someone from the Sidwai because the Sidwai is also a removal that people wanted. But Quaquaval was there because many people don't even consider it removal. It does have a removal, it has rapid spin. And the other mon that I changed was Heatran, because Heatran is just not the mon for this team. Like, I am kind of very weak to ground, because I have a Toxapex and I have a Sandy Shocks. They are coming almost every week. My ground resists were a bunch of bad ones, and the Rotom Hit. Rotom Hit is not enough to carry the ground resist. Like, Heatran just wasn't the mon for this. It was my premier rock setter. I know that Sandy Shocks can also set up rocks, but if possible I would prefer to set up spikes with Sandy Shocks. So I just felt like Heatran, even though it's a great mon, it just didn't fit in this draft. So I got myself a Bronzong. I need a Steel type, and as far as Steel types that I could get with the points that I had, it was the best. It has amazing resist with its typing and its abilities. It's still a rock setter. It can do both of the things that I like doing with Sandy Shocks in many weeks, meaning dual screens or hazards. It can do both. It has, even though it's obviously a worse mon than Heatran, it fits better in the team than Heatran because of its resists and its weaknesses and etc. I believe that now my draft is kind of weak to... Let me see if I can remember. It's kind of weak to Ghost because now I have... My resists to Ghost are not very good defensively. My Hunchcrow and my Hisuian Solar Arc. I was already weak to Ghost, but now I am more because one of my good mons is now weak to Ghost. Anyway, I rambled up a lot already about why I did my transaction, so now let's get into the matchup of this week, week 5. 5, right? Yeah, 5. So, here is the matchup. Once again I am fighting a Florges. I am gonna get PTSD about this mon because it's not that good of a mon, but into my draft it's kind of scary. It is not a Tera Captain this time, so that's good, I guess. But still it scares me a lot because of what it can do. But the real problem here is the real Tera Captain. Diglett, no, not the Diglett, the other Tera captain, the Hisuian Lilligant. Hisuian Lilligant with Tera is a beast. Look at my team. My fighting resists are Hisuian Zoroark, doesn't matter because it's gonna die to Leaf Blade. It's the Toxapex and the Bronzong. And I guess... Sorry, not the Bronzong, and the Valiant. Valiant is also gonna die to Leaf Blade, so just the Toxapex, and they can play around the Toxapex with Sleep Powder, or Leaf Blade, or whatever Tera they go, or etc etc. Hisuian Lilligant is a beast into my team. I have ways of dealing with it, kind of, but still it's so scary. And remember what I said about hazards? Well, look at my opponent, they have a Hisuian Samurott. Hisuian Samurott is very scary because it can set up hazards versus me. Also, my dark resists are not very bulky, so I don't have very good switchings into it. It does get walled, sorry, by Quaquaval, but still. Golden Go is obviously a problem. It's kind of gonna stop my Valiant, and if it's Balloon, it can stop my Baxcalibur. I don't know why they picked a round 3 Komala, it's a horrible one. Also they have a great Tusk, so if I tried going for hazards I would just remove them. This is not a matchup for Hisuian Zoroark, so I am not bringing it, so I do not have Spin Blocker. Salamence is a very scary mon. After a Dragon Dance it can kind of kill everything, depending on the coverage. I'm assuming like maybe Outrage, Dual Wing Beat, Earthquake, something like that. And they keep having scary mons because also a Hisuian Arcanine and a Salazzle. Also they have speed ups, so they have even more hazard pressure, so thank god I got myself a good removal. So let's beat the chase and start with the team. First off, the defensive mon. The Tera Steel Tera Captain Rotom hit. I am probably not gonna Tera it because yes, once again I am bringing my Lilligant, which is the mon that I want to Tera, and this mon is good enough with the types that it already has. Tera Steel is just a safe net. So this mon is here to Wisp and maybe Paralyze. That's it, this is a defensive mon that is gonna come in and Wisp. Yeah, they have 2 fire types, but also they do not want to get paralyzed at all. They also have a Golden Go, which is immune to Will-O-Wisp, but it is kind of not immune to Overheat, I would say. I kind of do get walled by some sets of the Tusk, but I can Wisp it. So, next up is the Sandy Shocks. The Sandy Shocks is once again dual screens. Wow, surprise, I know. Why? Because I have a lot of setup sweepers in this game, so I wanted screens. This mon has Earth Power because it can at least try to accomplish some damage. It has Ball Switch to get out after setting up the screens. Enough speed for Salamence, HP, you know what this mon does. Now, the removal, the Quaquaval. I am bringing it the first week after getting it. So, what does Quaquaval do? It's both defensive and offensive. It has heavy duty boots, so I can go over the stick webs, the toxic spikes, the rocks, the spikes, all the things that I might want to try to get to me. I don't know why I say it such a convoluted way, but all of those things, I don't care. I have heavy duty boots. I am not max attack because I want a little bit of bulk. I don't remember for what the bulk was. But also I have bulk up, so I can try to sweep. Why bulk up and not Swords Dance? I think it was so that I can set up versus mons like the Hisuian Samurott. They could Sacred Sword me, but you know. Also I can set up versus the Arcanine, even though they could have Psychic Fangs, etc. And this one is here to both remove hazards and possible sweep. That's it. Now the first real sweeper, because even though the Quaquaval can sweep, it's most likely not going to. A mon that can do is the Lilligant. It is coming back, but this time it is Tera Ghost. Why Tera Ghost? Well, first of all, because I wanna be able to set up versus the Tusk. The Tusk is not going to work with me because I am a grass type. And after they go for close combat, I boom, Tera Ghost. Also, I can avoid them going for rapid spin to boost their own speed to kill me in the next turn. I have Life Orb, Giga Drain. Giga Drain and Tera Blast Ghost is gonna be able to hit everything for a lot of damage. I believe they don't have anything that can answer both of these moves, right? Yeah, they do not. Well, I guess they could go for an Assault Vest Komala, but Komala is a bad mon anyway. Also, I have Sleep Powder so that I can, for example, sleep the Florges that could try to stop me and then set up even more versus it. I have some weird DBs for the most optimal physical bulk, if I remember correctly, and Giga Drain instead of Energy Ball because with the Life Orb and the hits that I'm gonna be taking to set up the Quiver Dance, I want to remain alive. Next sweeper, the Baxcalibur. The Baxcalibur is heavy duty boots because, as I said, I am very scared of hazards. This is my third and last heavy duty boots mon. I have Dragon Dance and the three. This is the most basic set possible. Labor Rush, Icicle Crash, Earthquake. That's it. I kind of wanted to do Icicle Spear again with the loaded dice, but I just couldn't afford to do that in this week because I needed the heavy duty boots. Even though Kokoball is removable, it is not the most reliable and they have a Golden Go. And possibly a Tera Ghost in the Lilligant. So this one is here to set up and sweep. Lastly, I believe this is the last, right? Lastly, Iron Valiant. I am finally bringing a booster energy that boosts speed on Valiant. Why these IVs? Well, I wanted to be max attack, but to be max attack I need at least 240 plus speed to get the speed boost, so that's it. The 16 special attack. Why? Because Moonblast hits for more damage into Tusk than Spirit Break. Also, they have double Intimidate, so I do have that option. Then I am just close combat, knock off Poison Jab. Poison Jab is because I hate Florges and I don't want to see it and I don't want it to stop me again or anything, so I'm gonna finally give coverage to Florges instead of just ignoring it. This mon, unless they have like a Scarf Salazzle, that, I mean they could, but unless they have a Scarf Salazzle, this one is gonna be faster than everything when it gets the booster energy. And it can kill everything, like knockoff can kill the Golden Go, close combat can kill, well, you know, just look at my 4 attacking moves and look at their team. Nothing is really gonna be able to resist these moves, to survive them. Well, I guess I could with speed ups, that's 5th death, but you know. Also, the Salazzle kind of can if they are bulky, but let's be realistic. This mon is gonna get the booster energy at some point and sweep. Thanks to the booster energy, I can also come in versus a +1 Salamence and outspeed it. I don't want to be swept after a Dragon Dance, so I have a mon that's faster, but I do not want to lock myself into any move. So that's the team. Just a reminder, I have this sweeper, this other sweeper, and this other sweeper, 3 sweepers, also kind of a sweeper but kind of support in Quackball. Dual screens, Sandy Shocks once again because I'm addicted to dual screens, I don't know. And finally the defensive Rotom Hit. So now let's go into the game. So we start and let's see what they brought. They brought the Salazzle, their Captain Lilligant, the Salamence, no Tusk and no Samurott. Okay. They don't have removal. Damn, I wish I had brought hazards then. It's okay. So what do I lead here? Leading Rotom Hit is problematic if they lead with Arcanine Hisui. I don't have a very good lead into Arcanine Hisui. I do have Sandy Shocks though, which is kind of good into everything. Except the Lilligant. But I have switched into Lilligant, I think. And who leads Lilligant? I think I'm gonna lead the Sandy Shock then. Please don't be Lilligant. It is not a Lilligant, it is Arcanine Hisui. So I just wanna be sure that not even a Scarf kills me. Wow, not even Bandit kills me. Wow. Okay, so I can set up a reflect. They go into this one. I can set up a light screen and then ball switch. Let's see if they calm mind. Of what do they do? They do calm mind. I can just ball switch out. Into whom? Maybe Lilligant and I sleep powder them. Yeah, I think I just sleep powder them. And then I set up. They have 2 switchings, or maybe more. How much does Lilligant do into a floor? I guess that it's at +2. Assuming I also get myself at +2. I think I can beat it. With my screens and the fact that I am also getting special defense and I get recovery with my Giga Drains. I'm just gonna sleep powder again. I'm gonna keep quiver dancing. At +4, how much do I do? I might be able to hit KO them, so I'm gonna go for it again. They slept for 3 turns, so I'm just going to Giga Drain here. And let's see how much I do. I'm going to sleep powder once again. And this is my Tera captain, so I'm just going to Tera Blast. They have a Sash. Do they go for close combat though? Ice Spinner, okay. I'm going to Giga Drain for recovering 1 HP. Why not? They didn't Tera. They don't have any mon sleeping. I might just be able to win again. Wow. Because the Golden Go dies. And I can sleep powder the Salamence. Actually, I don't need to. I am at +4. I kill it. I might just be able to win here. Salazzle dies. Golden Go dies. Arcanine dies. Florges dies. And Salamence dies. Wow, is this gonna be a 6-0? Is Lilligant gonna do it again? Oh my god. I'm just gonna Tera Blast this. Goodbye. Tera Blast again. Wow, Lilligant is doing it again. Oh my god. They want me to die to Life Orb, but I am not going to. Arcanine is gonna die, right? I am at +4. Yeah, even if they are max HP Assault Vest, they die. I'm gonna Giga Drain this again to get more recovery, just because. And this is gonna be a 6-0 by Lilligant. Wow. Lilligant is doing it. Remember when people said, think up, why are you changing your Bombardier into Honchcrow just to get a Lilligant? This is why. GG's. Lilligant does it again, because why wouldn't Lilligant do it again? Lilligant is so good, guys. Oh my god. It didn't even matter the whole transaction, the Quaquaball, the Iron. All I needed was screens and a Lilligant, and it does it again, because why wouldn't it? Lilligant is so broken, oh my god. At 2 points, Lilligant is such a steal with the possibility of Terastalizing, and it shows. Lilligant does it again, and it's gonna keep doing it. This mon is amazing. Oh my god. Also, I am glad that I made it Tera Ghost, because if this was Extreme Speed Arcanine, that was very important. Also, I needed to be Tera to survive the Lilligant, and I managed to. And yeah, that's it. Lilligant does it again because it's broken. So anyways, that's it for week 5. And Wow, I am in shock that Lilligant did it again. So anyway, GG's and goodbye.